Hello, my lovelies. Well, today I want to talk to you about something that has affected me throughout periods of my life, and that is exercise addiction. Exercise is viewed, when you see a person that's an exerciser, it's really an admirable behavior. You see this person as disciplined, this person as, they may most of the time, you see a person that's exercising, they look healthy, they look active. Of course, they are being active, and they look energetic. But sometimes people use exercise in extreme ways. Exercise can be used to help supplement with weight loss, as a coping tool to deal with stress, anxiety. It can be used as entertainment, and it can be used as an activity, whether you're outdoors and just a behavior that is very beneficial to your life. But on the other hand, if taken to extremes, exercise can become a detrimental disorder that can really take over your life. So what I used to do, I told you before, I used to suffer with binge disorder. I say used to because I consider myself in recovery, having not binged in a long period of time. Doesn't mean that I don't overeat, but there's a difference. But just to stick to the subject, most of the time people who over-exercise also have that side of issues with food. Most of the time. Not all the time, most of the time. Me, I used to eat thousands of calories, sometimes 3,000 calories, and I would try to exercise all of that off. Now, some people would consider that a bulimic behavior, because bulimia is not just something that people eat and purge, but it can also mean that a person eats and over-exercises. Some bulimics eat and use laxatives. My situation was I binged and I over-exercised. And that can affect your joints. It can have you to the point where you develop arthritis. You can be depleted in, vitamins, minerals, and fatigue, and you can stress your body out in your mind. Not to mention the psychological other side of it is maladaptation, meaning that a person may be using, first of all, food first most, and then exercise as a way to not deal with things. So if you are dealing with a difficult personality, a difficult person in your life, and you may use food and then exercise, or not eat and over exercise, then that person most likely is not really dealing with the situation at hand. So exercise can be used to avoid things, situations. Now, I love the quote, and I don't know who came up with it, but you cannot out-train a bad diet. You also cannot out-train a difficult life. You can't, unless the things that is making your life difficult is related to exercise. Like you have a diagnosis from your doctor, it's saying you need to exercise more because you have too much weight on you, or it will help with some sort of depression or whatever. But even in those cases, extreme exercising is not beneficial. Nevertheless, it is a difference between using exercise to deal with the situation head on, and then using exercise to not deal with situations that you need to deal with. Recognizing that exercise is definitely beneficial, but it should not be the foundation of your healthy lifestyle. And I know some would beg to differ with that. Nutrition should be the foundation of your physical health. It should be, because you can lose weight not exercising. You can lose weight by just eating the right types and the right amounts of food. You can have a great mind not exercising. Just eating the right amount of foods and the right proportions, the right kinds. Exercise definitely increases the heart strength, reshapes the body, gives you the muscle tone, and burns the fat. And it also helps release those chemicals in your brain and balances things out, helps your mood. It is definitely supplemental, but it should not be the basis of your foundation of health. It has been said that exercise is 20% out of the 100% of a healthy lifestyle. We're not talking about the aspects of psychological, spirituality, things like that. We're just really talking about food versus exercise. So nutrition, diet, whatever you want to call it, 80%. Exercise, 20%. You cannot do 80-20 because you can have a person who needs to lose 50 pounds. This person eats 4,000 calories a day and tries to overtrain their body by exercising 3 hours a day. Intense. Then you can have a person who needs to lose 50 pounds who eats a 1,500 calorie diet and maybe once a week takes that up for adding a cheat meal to 2,500 calories and exercises maybe an hour every other day or maybe even an hour a day. This person will lose weight even though they are not exercising as much as the person doing 3 hours. It is very important to know when a good thing is becoming a bad habit. If exercise is causing you to avoid difficult situations, to not deal with them, to avoid relationships, to not have interpersonal relationships, or not do homework if you're in school, or not do the work you're required to do, if it is causing your life to be so unbalanced. Now, don't get me wrong. When you have to lose weight and you are called to exercise, at first there is going to be some unbalance because you're adding something new into your life. Yes, you're going to have to fit that in. You have to make room for something new that is important. You have to. And you might find yourself kind of neglecting certain things just to make room for that new exercising behavior. But over time, it should fit right in to your life where you have gotten so used to what is good for you in exercise terms that you don't have to neglect your children, neglect your marriage, and I'm just speaking of things, and neglect your hygiene, or neglect your work, neglect your school, neglect your nutrition, just to exercise. Keep in mind, every time you walk, whether you're taking a flight of stairs, whether you're doing jumping jacks with the children, whether you're doing the monkey bars, you are exercising. You can lose weight without extreme exercise methods, just by changing your nutrition. But you will not get in better health when your nutrition is not good and you're over exercising. You're going to deplete things and your bones are going to get messed up. So just to, just let you know, and I'm going to talk more about this another time. This video is becoming way too long because I have a personal experience with this. And it does become you become so filled with so much anxiety that you get nervous if you can't exercise for, oh God, I only exercised for 45 minutes. Oh my God, I wanted to do 2 hours. Oh my God, I'm not going to get to the results. And so then guess what you do? You undo it because the anxiety returned and now you're like, whatever, it's not going to work. I might as well give up. I didn't exercise for 2 hours. I just did 45 minutes of legs today and I didn't get to my cardio, so whatever. So you grab that cake and you undo it because you feel like crap. You don't feel good enough. Don't let what I say, the devil trick your mind into believing that what you did is not good enough. That is the psychological deception of darkness, is to make you believe that your good is not good enough, that you have to have this perfection, this level of perfection. And if you don't reach what you think is perfection, you might as well not do it. That's a lie. I'm telling you it's a lie. You can get to that goal without being so-called perfect. You can do it by making smart changes. So till next time, this is LaShonda signing out saying, perfection is so overrated. You work on just being the best you, your best you.